After 2,000 client conversations and after winning over 200 high-ticket projects, I'm sharing everything that I have ever learned and what worked for me. I will take common sense here and guess that you already know that you need to be polite, show great work that you have done or that you can do, and simply have brilliant and timely communication. And also, I see so many people having English as a second language, so please use any grammar checking app like Grammarly and correct everything that you're writing, because having poor English in writing is one of the biggest reasons why projects fail at stage 1. Let me move straight to the points that not many people know about or talk about. And those points are prep and conversation pipeline, uncommon approaches, building a connection, budget priority tactic, self-esteem, time-sensitive offers, and tools. And one disclaimer, which is an absolute base of everything. I see so many freelancers start their bits with hi or hello sir. And while I understand that might be common and appropriate for many cultures, it creates a disbalance between you and the client. It's quite impersonal and overused. And most importantly, you're creating a relationship based on hierarchy, while in fact it should be an equal partnership. You do not want to undermine your authority, right? Instead of that, I suggest that you simply start it with hello or greetings. I think that it should work much better for you. Miguel de Cervantes once said, to be prepared is half the victory. Same holds true for client conversations as well. Preparing for your meetings includes researching the client and their company, their competitors, understanding their pain points, and importantly, asking the right questions. And some common questions you might want to ask. What are the main goals and objectives you want to achieve with this project? Can you describe your target audience or ideal customer for this product or a service? What are the most critical challenges or pain points you are facing right now? How do you envision our collaboration, and what are your expectations from us? What does success looks like for you, and how will you measure the project's outcome? Additionally, consider creating conversation pipelines. These are structured conversation flows that help you guide the discussion. All of these can be templated so that you can simply copy and paste it whenever you need it. And here is one simple conversation pipeline that I created for myself. Introduction, where you introduce yourself and who you are. Questions that we mentioned earlier. Your experience, differentiation and fit. Matching work. Then you discuss scope, timeline and budget, and next steps and follow-up. I do not want to make this video overly long just for sake of making it long, so I will show you a couple of well-known but uncommon sales principles so that you can find the best one that fits your style. Also, I do not think that you will ever become successful if you're not willing to research things for yourself, but at the same time, I'm here to point you in the right direction, and it is my role to show you important points and let you know where you can find more information about it. For that reason, here are 3 unconventional sales strategies that you can use when working with a client, and I like to do a lot of A/B testing and then write all of that in Google Sheets and then compare what worked and what didn't work, and then double down on what worked for me and test it with the next possible questions, next approaches, and so on. So the first one is Columbo approach. You pretend to be confused and encourage the client to reveal more to engage the conversation. The second one would be door in the face. You make an outlandish initial request and present a more reasonable one. And then the last one, yes ladder, where you try to get clients to agree with a series of easy to ask yes questions to keep them engaged and to continue the conversation, and then you try to create a pattern of compliance. There is quite a lot more, but these ones worked well for me in the past. Building a connection is key when negotiating, as many psychology, sales, and negotiation books would point out. It's easier to work with someone if you have things in common, like your background, the challenges that you faced, or even beliefs that you share, right? Connecting this way helps build trust and understanding, making the negotiation go smoother. It also helps the other person to be more open to your ideas, making it easier for both of you to work together. And you can do this by asking the following questions. Where are you from? And then you connect it with your past trip or an interesting fact about that location. What is your past experience? And then you see how that connects to yours, or you just simply play on their previous bad experience and explain why you will do better. What is that you're trying to achieve? And then maybe you will have the same goals. You do not want to bore the client, but you want them to stick with you for as long as possible to maximize your chances of them going forward with you in the project. Apparently, this is a day for quotes, so here is another quote that is dear and near to my heart. In sales, whoever speaks first loses. What does that mean? It means that if you speak too early and reveal your cards, you're risking losing a potential client, or you're risking negotiating terms that are unfavorable for you. If you do not know what they're willing to spend and you overcharge the client, you will most certainly lose them. And on the other hand, if you undercharge them, they might wonder whether or not you are the right fit for their project and whether or not you can actually execute that work. For that reason, I'm presenting my budget priority tactic, which is all about getting clients to open up and reveal their cards so that you can find what they're willing to spend. This way, you will know exactly how much you should charge. And one trick, in case that they do speak first, there is always a little bit of room for the improvement and for pushing the budget. And in my previous previous experiences, that line is usually between 10 to 20% for larger projects and all the way up to 50% for smaller projects. This is one of many line examples that you can use to get to that number. To ensure I provide the best possible solution tailored to your needs, it would be helpful to know your budget. This information will allow us to focus on options that align with your financial constraints and priorities. As well, it will help us understand how creative we can get, and it will be easier for us to plan our resources. It is important to differentiate self-esteem from being rude or impolite. However, at the same time, it is important that you know your worth and that you know that you are the one who leads the conversation. Additionally, you need to be certain that you are not showing your weaknesses, because clients usually do not like the weak, and almost certainly it will not get you the project. And how do you do that? There is a couple of ways. Let them know that it is okay to go forward with someone else. However, at the same time, let them know and show them why you are the right fit. Present this as an equal partnership. You do not work for the client, but together you are building great results. They have the need and you have the skills. And lastly, power statements. If applicable, I proudly show all of the great things that we have ever done, our portfolio, our awards, our reviews, and anything else that might play in our favor. I think that is super important. If you do not have any of that, make sure to find something that is your strength and then just play on that. As I mentioned in my previous video, adding time-sensitive offers can boost your conversion rates by more than 3 times, which is absolutely insane. You want to play with it and explain that if they move forward with you today, they will get a special discount in terms of 10%, which will expire if they do the same tomorrow. And here is a simple line to do that. I see that you are still not fully convinced, so I have a special offer that I can do for you today. In case that we can move forward by the end of the day, I'm happy to give you a first-time client offer of 10% off. How does that sound? In most of my proposals and client conversations, I use many AI and non-AI tools like Clippy, which is a clipboard manager, ChatGPT for writing, Tone for presentations, and other tools which are extremely helpful. I created a whole video on the topic and you can see it right here. And let me know down in the comments which tactics you are using when selling and how that works for you. And please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell and share this with anybody who you think could benefit from this material. See you in the next one.